Hello, everyone. This is Mech, VP of Quality, and this is the video prep for our upcoming group conversation on December the 6th, calendar year 2021. First off, I would like to highlight a few new members joining our team, and also two key openings in the department. One, which is the engineering manager for the contributor success team. This position is key to our open core strategy and our 3-year strategy. Secondly, a manager for the engineering analytics team. So if you know any great people, please refer them our way. Next, I want to go over the work that's been done in Q3. First, KR is around contribution efficiency. We have managed to increase contributors monthly, though it didn't hit the target that we wanted. Unfortunately, we were not able also to increase the amount of coaches. This was a stretch goal that we were not able to attain last quarter. We will renew these efforts again sometime in Q1. Lastly, we were able to complete our commitments on measuring the efficiency that Gitlab CRGU is contributing upstream to us. Next area last quarter is around improving product quality. Overall, great progress on increasing test coverage, solidifying our deployment pipelines with better validation gates. An area that we were not able to realize a net progress is around reducing time to first failure. The team has put in a lot of efforts, and we were able to ship improvements to reduce the time to first failure. However, there were some unforeseen increases in new jobs that were added, new pipeline configurations. So it didn't result in a net decrease. No, the team put a lot of efforts here, and I want to give recognition to that. Moving on to highlights that we're doing in Q4, along the same lines of improving quality and then test coverage, we are continuing to improve the deployment gates, new staging environments, boosting the deployment confidence. We're committed to move project horse and deliver get features to support that. And then lastly, we are doing 3 experiments to further reduce time to first failure. Next up is around engineering efficiency. We are looking at increasing adoption and awareness of reference architectures and Git. And we've seen that we need better materials, testing information, testing cadence, and cost to run. We are also doing experiments around increasing community contributions. As you've seen before, we were able to attain some gains, but not as drastic. This quarter, we're shifting our approach to doing more experiments and then analyzing the results and then optimize on those experiments that work really well. But we're continuing with supporting CRGU in their efficiency, and then also more accuracy in our SaaS cost attributions. Moving forward to a summary of our key performance indicators. I mentioned before, contributors per month increase, but they're still under target. On raw, we have shifted focus from raw to focus on the foundation of community contributors and contributions. We expect renewed focus here again around Q1. Master's pipeline stability is doing okay. It's slightly dipped under 90%. It's recovering, and the team is putting attention to it. Highlighting review apps. Review apps stability has dipped, but that was because we added more tests. And now with the increase in stability and also additional test coverage, test runs against review apps, we are getting an overall net progress and net gain. So new tests and also recovery of the stability. I touched on time to first failure slightly. It's still above our target slightly, though I'm confident around experiments and optimization we're doing in Q4. Next up is bugs, S1 and S2 OBA, in short for Open Bug Age. Really proud of the team that we're able to lower S1 OBA even lower with a new target of 100 days. Right now, I believe it's under 100 days. Though with S2s, we have been focusing on closing more recent S2s, hence the age hasn't been lowered, but I believe we are in better control of the number of backlog S2s. And one highlight here, which is not a KPI, is around MR pipeline duration. The overall duration of our pipelines has decreased, and that's because of our optimization on front end and then end-to-end test cases. Next up is a deeper dive around increasing contributors and contribution. This is in collaboration with our counterparts, the community relations team and marketing. We've increased monthly contributions in October and November. You can see from the chart here, in November it was 101 and October is 100. I'm optimistic that we are in this upward swing, though we are focusing on efficiency and making sure that the momentum sustains. We are looking at another hackathon in Q4. In Q3, we did 2 outreaches, one hackathon and also one Hacktoberfest participation. We have a slight recovery in open community MRH. From my last update, the trajectory was going up, the age was increasing. This month, this quarter, we have realized some recovery at the tail end, and I look forward to more momentum downwards in this area. Next up is around 2 new performance indicators. I'm really proud of the team for shipping these new measurements. These are also job family performance indicators for the software engineering test job family. First up is measuring the test efficiency. So we're measuring overall duration of our end-to-end test suite, and we want to bring that time down. So the shorter the time, the more efficient our tests. And this is in a downwards trajectory. Really proud of the team. The target is 16 minutes, and right now it's at around 80. Before that, it was much higher, as you can see. The second one on stability is age of quarantine tests. So slight context here, if the test is not stable, we quarantine the test. And if the test is really not stable, it's going to be in quarantine state for a really long time. So we measure the age, how long the test stays in quarantine state. This is where we need to put our focus on, because in fixing the tests, we also need to fix bugs or fix changes in the product that will aid to improving the stability of these tests. Right now it's above 200 days and the target is at 150 days. The fix here is also to advocate for more fixes in our product to adhere to these tests. GitHub, a deeper dive in support to Gitlab CRGU. We have 2 new measurements. This is also taking the philosophy of measuring open things. We apply them towards merge requests being upstreamed by GitHub as well. So we're measuring open MRH that GitHub submit to us, and then also review time, those open MRs. Last 2 releases, there was a huge spike, and it took a really long time for the team to go in and review upstream merge requests from GitHub, and that was because these were not as small iterations that our team is used to. So we corrected that and we added automation, we added efficiency and tooling. And now you can see that the age of open GitHub MRs has dropped significantly, and we aim to keep the momentum downwards as well. We will still continue to support the team here on critical features to launch SaaS and other tooling and upstream efficiency gains. Lastly, in the overview, we are collaborating with the wider company. First, it's around new staging environments and improving the current staging environment. We're doing well here. The new environment is set up. It hasn't been opened up to the broader team for access yet, but we are making great progress here. We're also adding more tests and more load on the existing staging environments to make sure that the gates are really solid. Secondly, the contribution efficiency working group. This is where we gave an update on increasing community contributions. This is now a working group, and then we aim to establish a sustained momentum and also the clear strategy on increasing our community and contributions. Third, demo and test data efficiency. This is born out of seeing a fragmentation of both test data, sample data, and demo data. And this working group is aimed to unify or attempt to have a more common data model where test data is really similar or can learn from demo data, the same with demo data. So because the things that we sell to customers should be the things that we test. This working group is a new one, and it's something I look forward to see efficiency gains here. Lastly, we realized that we need to improve materials for our reference architecture. So cost to run, how often they're tested, how often are tested, the load they're testing on all the flavors of our reference architectures. That is something that is key and we need to deliver. Moving on to the sub teams and sub departments in the department. First off is engineering analytics. I want to highlight the work done last quarter. We helped move PIs in other departments that needed help, and also improving the load time of our performance indicators in the handbook. And we have made good progress here. This quarter, though, we're focused on ensuring the SaaS cost modeling is correct, and also fill in the security department PIs, which has a broad visibility, and those are the ones that we aim to help mature the most. And the rest is efficiencies and then other team member updates. On engineering productivity, great progress last quarter. Again, the TIF was the one that is passed through to the department, and this is where the team put a lot of effort in, though it didn't realize in a net decrease. Though we are positive on the experiment we plan to do this quarter. On measurements within the engineering productivity area, review apps deployment, I mentioned before, it took a dip because we added more tests. It's recovering now. So now with increased recovery, it's an overall net gain, which is great. The master pipeline stability is bubbling up around 90%, high 80s. I believe that this is no cause of concern. The team is focused on optimizing and correcting the stability here. On time to first failure, we are really close in going under 15 minutes and shifting towards doing experiments. I believe we can do more creative things, trying different approaches, and I'm optimistic on seeing this going lower. And kudos to the perseverance of the team on this one. Next up, a deeper look into the quality engineering sub-department. Last quarter, overall great progress on increasing test coverage, more solid gates in our tests, ensuring we ship with quality. And then this quarter, we are going to continue to boost deployment with confidence and support the business with reference architectures and Git. And then the rest is around training and other team member updates. Lastly, highlighting the metrics, the key metrics in quality engineering, OBA S1 and S2. So now you can see the visualization I mentioned before. S1 OBA is doing really well. Kudos to the team. The 100 days was a new target we adjusted, and the momentum is going down further. On S2s, the age is not recovering, though the number of S2 backlog hasn't been increasing. With the renewed focus on older S2s, I expect to see some improvements here, and I'm optimistic about that. So that's the overall highlight for the department update. I hope you come with questions, and I look forward to our discussions. Thank you.